Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United match preview. This is going to be a very short one because it is a pre-record. Obviously, as you're watching this right now, it will be Christmas Eve. So hopefully you're having a good time with your family or whatever you're doing on Christmas Eve. And hopefully you have a good Christmas as well, because this will be my last video before Christmas Day. So hopefully you have a good time as well with your family and friends. And just try and enjoy tomorrow and, just have a good time. Anyway, going after that, following on from that, we're going to get straight into this preview. Obviously, Leicester City versus Manchester United is the Boxing Day fixture, and it hasn't been kind to us. The fixture list hasn't been kind to us with this one. Although who knew that Leicester under Brendan Rodgers was going to be so good this season? They come into this game off the back of a very impressive 2-0 win over Spurs, in which they totally deserved to win the game. They could have won that game by 3. Realistically, the James Maddison one VAR, he was slightly offside, but I mean, without VAR and without those kind of really small calls, fine margins, they could have won that game 3-0. But Leicester, we know, have been very, very good this season, especially against the top clubs, and they'll be looking to get a scalp over Manchester United. Of course, we, in the last game of the season, beat them to Champions League football. Our 2-0 win over them on the last day, at the King Power, sent them into the Europa League. And to be fair, they're doing very well in the Europa League. And we're struggling in the Champions League, so maybe they're laughing a little bit. But it was good that we beat them 2-0, and we got into the Champions League anyway. But we're in the Europa League, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll move on from that. But Leicester will be looking out for revenge, and I think the way Leicester are playing right now, there's no reason why they can't exact that revenge. However, our away record is obviously very, very strong. Another win away from home on Thursday night yesterday as you're watching this, against Everton. Impressive 2-0 win. Goals from Cavani and Anthony Martial giving us that victory. Another away win. And I think in the Premier League it's 10 consecutive away wins as well in the Premier League. So we've got a very strong record, and I think all the omens are pointing up for Manchester United to get the job done in this one. But Leicester are a very good side. Jamie Vardy's the main worry. I think, the fact that our defence doesn't have too much mobility in it, and just his goal-scoring record in general. He scored against us before, famously scored the 7th goal in consecutive matches to break the record back in 2016, I think it was, or maybe just towards the back end of 2015. In that season, he broke the record against us. But since then, I don't think he's actually scored. He did score actually, but I think he's only scored a handful of times against us. But they're a different team now. They've got some quality players, and they're firmly in that top 4. So that is gonna. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried going into this game. I'm not wholly confident, even though we're playing some really good stuff. I feel like Leicester are just a better side than all the other sides we played away from home so far this season. If you look at the sides we played, you look at Aston Villa, Brighton, these sorts, Everton, Southampton. They're good teams, but I think Leicester is upper level, especially this season. They've been playing some brilliant stuff. I think the midfield battle as well is going to be a really tough one for us. It's going to be a very interesting battle, and that's why I think I've picked the lineup that I have, and I've predicted the lineup that I have. It's obviously because you've got McTominay and Fred in there, and I'll go through the lineup in just a second. But you've got McTominay and Fred in there, and I think Solskjaer will go with him because of that midfield battle, because they've got Ndidi. You have Maddison in there as well. You've got a stacked midfield on Leicester's side, and they know that if they control our midfield, if they control the likes of Bruno Fernandes, we will struggle to create, and they will stifle us. But I do think we will leave some attacking creativity on the pitch as well, because Leicester are the home side. They're going to have the confidence. They're above us in the table. They're in second place right now, only 1 point ahead, but they're currently above us. Hopefully that changes on Boxing Day evening. But they're ahead of us in the table, so they will have some confidence in their own ability. And as a Man United fan, if you are a Leicester fan, I really hope you're confident. I really hope your team is confident as well, because if they play confidently, if they play with no fear, that's when we have more chance of beating them. We have more chance of beating Leicester if they're much more braver with their tactics. Everyone praised Leeds. Everyone's saying Marcelo Bielsa, did a fantastic job and was brave, even though they got beat 6-2. But that is what we want as Man United fans. If we see a team coming at us, it's Christmas Day. I mean, I know it's Boxing Day, but it's Christmas Day twice. Because, you know, we know that we're much better at counter-attacking. So if Leicester let us counter-attack, they will get punished. We will create enough chances and they will get punished. And we've got the depth on the bench as well in Van der Beek and Pogba, who, you know, potentially Solskjaer won't pick for this game. But we've got the depth to come on as well and really hurt teams. So that's why I'm hoping that Leicester will counter-attack. I think Brendan Rodgers is a better manager than that. I don't think we will see Leicester counter-attacking. I think they will set back and I think it will be a difficult game for us. So I'm going to go through my predicted lineup now, and you guys can leave your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. I'm going to go with David De Gea in goal, Telles, Maguire, Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka being rested for the game against Everton. McTominay and Fred, I think he will go with McFred in the midfield. I like that name, actually. Yeah, McFred in the midfield. I think he will be a bit wary of what Leicester have got to offer going forward. You know, Maddison, Vardy, those sort of players. I think they can cause you a lot of trouble, so I think he will go a little bit more defensive. I think you'll see Fernandes playing, and I think he will go with the Greenwood, Rashford, Martial in a kind of 4-2-3-1 formation. But, you know, with Solskjaer, you never know. But I just feel like that's the formation that Ollie, I can see him going with. Maybe in some different positions. Obviously, the numbers aren't correct, so don't bother correcting me in the comment section below, because I know, trust me, I know those numbers aren't right. So I think he will have, that team will have enough to get the job done. But I think it's more about, you know, keeping it tight, keeping a clean sheet for as long as possible and taking the game as long as possible. Because, you know, if Leicester get a few early goals, it's going to be very, very difficult for us to get back into it. Because these ain't no shit team. These ain't no mob. You know, these guys are a decent side. They're the reason they're second in the league. They went away to Jose Mourinho's Spurs and got a 2-0 victory. So they're a good side, and we know this. But what I'm hoping for is the fact that, you know, and what I'm looking towards is our fantastic away record and the fact that when we play on the break, there are very few teams that can stop us. So hopefully that's the sort of thing that happens tomorrow. My prediction, I think it's going to be a very, very close game. I think it's going to be a very nervous game for a lot of United fans. You know, third versus second in the Premier League, or the other way around, of course. I think it's going to be a tight one. I think we will have enough to get the job done. I think, you know, we won't keep a clean sheet. I don't see us keeping a clean sheet. So I'm going to go with another 2-1. I predicted 2-1 against Everton, and I was nearly right. I think Everton probably, you know, should have scored at least one goal in that game. So I'm going to go with 2-1 again, and I'm going to go with Marcus Rashford, who's on very good form right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get another Bruno Fernandes penalty. I just have a feeling that we're going to get another penalty. It's been a little while since we got a penalty. Actually, not in the league. We got a penalty last game. But, you know, Bruno Fernandes penalty, I can feel it coming. Fernandes and Rashford on the score sheet, 2-1 United, and we go out of there in second place, and hopefully Liverpool drop points as well. But let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section below. Sorry it was just a pre-recorded short preview today, but this is my last video before Christmas. I thought it was going to be the one yesterday, but it wasn't, so I'm going to say it again. Have a great Christmas. Hopefully you're having a good time with your family. Thanks for supporting the channel. We'll have a few more videos, of course, before the year runs out, and God, I can't wait for 2021. I cannot wait. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Really do appreciate it. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we'll see you guys in the next one.